So many storylines heading into Paula, but there can only be one lead story, and it's the 250 Pro Motocross Championship. I think I speak for everyone when I say I want unpredictability in this sport. I want to sit down and have zero clue what's going to happen on my screen. That's why I watch. We all crave the unknown, the battles, the magic moments that make a championship memorable and special. And this summer, I believe, we're in for one of the wildest championships we've seen in years. Did you know there were 10 main event winners in 250 Supercross this year? 10. The class is deep, this title is wide open, and there isn't a singular favorite on the gate, thank God. With the Lawrences now out of the class, a door is opened, creating hope and belief in a field of scrappers. And when you have this deep of a field that all believe they have a shot, there's fireworks. Big ones. The 250 class is about to be a war zone mixed with real championship contenders. I have 6 of them. You have the youth, a pack of rookies and sophomores that will inject themselves into the front group here and there this summer. And of course, my wildcards, or as I'll be calling them on this episode, the WTF Club, a list of dudes that I have no idea how to predict. It's a gnarly list, 22 characters to be exact, and they make up the names you need to know starting next weekend in Paula. We'll start with my favorites. First up, it's Hayden Deegan and Tom Vial. Isn't this rivalry perfect? Yeah, there was some respect given in Salt Lake City, but I'm not buying it. Danger's pissed, and he should be. He wasn't supposed to lose that title, especially to Tom, a guy who just learned Supercross. The prep was off, he got caught up in some messes, yes, some unprovoked, some self-inflicted, and now he's pissed, and he's vengeful, and he's dangerous, and you will get the best of him for 22 straight motos. You can count on it. Think back to Washougal last year, dominated. I guarantee you'll see that more than once this summer, and my guess, it'll be loud. On and off the track. Probably extra loud for Tom, who is pretty stone cold if you ask me. He handled the closeout of his Supercross championship perfectly, shredding through the field in Philly when he had to, and managed the field in Salt Lake City when he had to, in a discipline he's way less experienced in. He's better outdoors, a 2-time MX2 world champ, and think back to how good he was on these tracks in year 1. 30 minutes to learn them, head to the gate, battle it out, fly home. A lot of acquired data last year, and based on familiarity alone, Tom takes a leap this summer. And that's terrifying for the rest of the favorites, which include RJ Hampshire and Levi Kitchen. What if old trusty RJ just rolls right in and wins this title too? Doubles up. Why not? Most of the time when a guy wins indoors, he carries it outdoors and wins that too, like Cooper Webb, Zach Osborne, and Aaron Plessinger did for 3 straight years. AC disrupted the streak in 2019, then came Dylan Ferrandis, Lawrence Brother 1 and Lawrence Brother 2, who did the same and won them both for 4 straight years. So why not RJ? He just grabbed the Supercross title, a weight lifted, and with his wiring, there will be no hangover. I believe his odds at winning this are higher than we're maybe feeling today, and come July, we might be like, yeah, this makes sense. Rick's gonna win this one too. If Levi Kitchen pulled hole shots, and only hole shots, he'd win them both. But when his start isn't perfect, when he's buried, when he has to pass people, he's pretty average. We just watched him come up short in Salt Lake City for that reason, so until I see him rip through the field like a knife through butter, I can't pick him above the rest of the class. He is, in my opinion, 1 trait away from having the rest of the field covered. Period. And if there are any snoozers this summer, it will most likely be at the hands of the chef, because when he hole shots, he gone. My final 2 favorites head to the gate with way different expectations. Joe Shimoda should win this title, and Joey Savacci might win this title. Yes, Joey. Don't roll your eyes. Give me a chance to explain that one, okay? But for Joe, you're on the bike that's won the last 3 250 Motocross Championships. You finished 2nd to Jet in 2022, 3rd to Hunter and Jay Coop in 2023, and they're all gone. You're next, buddy. But early season struggles have taken him out of title contention the last few years, and that narrative exists because it's true. But he can break that narrative right now. Be within 15 points of the red plate after Moto 2 at Lakewood, and we're in business. I do think he needs to mean up a little bit. Like Kitchen, he can't just depend on outriding or outspeeding the field every moto. He's going to have to fight for it and take it, but he has yet to show he can do that. So you can laugh in my face if I'm off on this one, but to me, Joey Savacci is a title favorite. I see it. I look at his past, the 250 Motocross Championship battles he's been in, multiple rounds with Red Plate, multiple seasons with Cooper Webb, Jeremy Martin, and Marvin Musquin. I see it. He's only 30. I'm sure he's bitter, and he's damn good at racing dirt bikes. The bike? Yeah, probably off par with the others. The time off from actual gate drops? Yeah, maybe affects him a little. But he's a crafty old school racer who would have probably beat RJ and Tom indoors this year if they let him race it, so at least give him a chance outdoors. I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, but he'll be top 5 in points at Redbud with multiple podium motos and maybe a win. I swear I'm not on drugs. The youth will go wild this summer as a pack of rookies and sophomores line the gate, and inside this group are rivalries and stories that'll be awesome to follow through Ironman. I believe this group will run the 250 class 3 years from now, but before they do, they'll have to survive a stat class of vets. And I do believe that 1 or 2 of them will break through this summer. Whole shots, lap sled, podium motos maybe. The pups have potential, but until someone breaks from the pack, I'm lumping them all together. Up first, it's Chance Hymas and Ryder DeFrancisco, childhood rivals with a mirrored career. I watched them battle it out at the AZ Open a few years back as fresh 250B racers, and it was clear as day then, and it still is for me today, that these two have a shot to be special. They've both had moments in their dabble pro careers to get excited over, but they're not rookies anymore. People are starting to question, are these two special or just okay? Fair question. We've seen heat wins, lap sled, and bursts of speed, but the total package isn't fully evident yet. By Ironman, there better be some traction and momentum, or the questions will get asked more this offseason, and the questions will get louder. Next up is Daxton Bennick, Juju Beaumare, and Casey Cochran. Similar timelines, lifelong racers from mini bikes till now, and all three have a huge opportunity to lay the bricks of a perfect foundational season. 2-year contracts, no pressure to crush it, but tons of pressure to learn. 22 motos, stack the points, the laps, and the experience. This is the summer where you don't have to take big chances or big gambles to prove something. Take a shot if it's there, of course, but don't force it. This Pro Motocross Championship is an on-ramp to Supercross prep this fall and to the 2025 season. Don't miss a moto, boys. Not a single lap. That should be priority 1. Nick Romano and Ryder McNabb are intriguing for different reasons. Romano burst out a couple summers back, grabbed some hole shots, led some motos, then gone for a long time. He's lost all the hype from a solid amateur career, but is sneaky better than most realize. He pops up on screen from time to time in Supercross and did okay, but he's way more comfortable outdoors. And with his back against the wall, I think he's going to surprise. Then there's Ryder McNabb, a 2-time Canadian motocross champ, making his debut for the AEO KTM team. I believe a somewhat quiet but solid summer is coming for the rookie. He's not a great starter, so I doubt you'll see him on screen much early in the motos, but watch late. The cameras will find him, and he'll be picking off 3 to 4 dudes a moto in the last 5 minutes. Book it. Sneaky pick for late summer, once he gets warmed up and comfortable racing against the wild cards that are guaranteed to make a mess of everything. My WTFs. I feel pretty comfortable saying that the range runs 3rd to 15th for this group, as their top-end speed and talent warrants podium consideration, but their lack of consistency and results make it hard to even throw a dart. Who is more WTF to you? The green team with Seth Hamaker, Cameron McAdoo, and Austin Faulkner? Or the blue team with Michael Mosman, Nate Thrasher, and Jordan Smith? Put those 6 in order. Good luck. Hamaker intrigues me the most. Feels like it's about to come together for Seth. I feel that. But he's also an injury away from being labeled, and for some, he's already there. He gets hurt too much. Not wrong, but one good season, just one, and it all turns around like that. Cameron McAdoo will pull a 3rd in a moto somewhere this year and will be like WTF. That's his ceiling, but he's also extremely vulnerable to the youth this summer. Today, the kids still respect him, but if he gets whooped around all summer, he won't be seen the same on the gate at A1 next year. Austin Faulkner? No clue. He's obviously not the same summertime as he is wintertime, so it would be crazy to predict much, and I honestly have zero clue if he's racing, ready, or even capable of being a threat. I have no clue. Same with Michael Mosiman. I mean, what the heck has he been doing? Is he Hangtown Moto winner Mosiman? No idea. Nate Thrasher, though, has won 4 Supercross main events in his career, but come outdoors is completely off radar. He's missed a bunch of moto the last few years, like Faulkner, which makes him less intriguing for Paula. But I wouldn't be shocked if he breaks out at some point this summer once this thing goes east. I could see him win around like Jalek Swoll did at High Point 2 years ago. Or maybe he just gets 12th all summer. I could see that too. Jordan Smith is riding incredible at the moment. Came up short on the Supercross title, yes, so it looks like a fail, but it's not. He's good right now. Probably a little annoyed with his favorite teammate, and I bet he'll be sitting up there in second place one of these motos, and we'll be like, huh, look at that. But like McAdoo, he could get buried by the youth, and that can't happen if you want to be considered a Supercross favorite in 2025. Big summers for Cam and Jordan. Jalek Swoll and Pierce Brown close out the preview. An old amateur rivalry fully blossomed. Brown smashed Swoll at the Detroit Supercross in February for some reason, and we saw Jalek nuke Seth in Philly. So both should be feisty this summer. Both seem to have stable futures, so they don't have to ride for their lives. Maybe that calms them down, and they go 8-12 all summer. That should be the goal. That should be the standard. But they are them, so it may be a wild and rangy summer for Pierce and Jalek. Privateer shout out and the 22nd rider on my list, it's Cody Schock. Now, I don't know if he's racing 250 or 450, but if he does race the little bike class, he gets 10th in points. That's where I'll put him. Let's go Jalek Swoll in 9th, 8th for Nate Thrasher, 7th for Seth Hamaker, 6th Joey Sabachi, 5th, Levi Kitchen. 4th, Joe Shimoda. 3rd will be RJ Hampshire. And Danger loses to Tommy Boy in back-to-back championships. See you next week. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you liked it, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe, then press the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, with your family, and grandma. Make sure you send it to grandma. Grandmas love everything Main Event Moto does. All you Motoheads out there, we are still rocking and rolling at Main Event Moto. You can go to patreon.com/maineventmoto. We do 2 shows a week now, and both of them are live streamed. Patreon.com/maineventmoto, and we will catch you on the next show.